So, how can I say this properly? Do you ever get that feeling? That feeling when, like, you're so close to tasting victory, but, like, something stops you. Someone, some force, some mysterious force just shows up out of nowhere and it's like, hey, I know you're this close to winning. I know you got that sense in you that, that just makes it so that you'll never ever give up. That just because you can, you kind of have to. You feel as though you have to. I'm not gonna lie. That's exactly what this thing that I'm doing feels like, alright? It's so hard, right? And it's just like, it's not me that just thinks it's hard. It's not me. It's literally everybody else that thinks that this thing is very, very hard. And this thing that I'm talking about, all I'm gonna say is that this thing, it makes me have a bad time, alright? And yeah, that's for people of culture who know exactly what I'm talking about, alright? This man, he is just so, words cannot describe how, alright, I'm gonna be straight truthful. To be honest, well, basically, I was in the middle of playing Undertale, right? And yeah, I know, say what you will about Undertale, but actually, I was in the middle of a genocide run. Yeah, I know, I'm a monster. I'm only doing this for the 100% completion. I've already finished the neutral route, the pacifist route, because yeah, everybody starts with neutral and pacifist. Oh, whatever. Basically, right? Sans' fight. I already got past Undyne's fight, right? Because I didn't know Undyne had to fight herself, right? I guess that's why she's called Undyne the Undying, but that's besides the point, right? Undyne was hard in her own right. It took me a couple days to actually get past her without using any healing items, right? And I'm that kind of person, right? Who, like, on their first run, if possible, I will complete an RPG fight, right? Without using any healing items, like, Pokemon. If there's any chance that I can beat the Elite Four and the champion without using a single healing item in the middle of the battle between any of the Elite Four and the champion, let me think. Take, for example, Cynthia, right? Her entire team. She's got Togekiss, Roserade, Milotic, Garchomp, Lucario, and Spiritomb. How do I remember all of this by heart? That's really just what happens when you want to beat something so bad, right? It just goes to that point, right? Where if you really want to beat someone or something that you know has the same pattern every single time you go and fight them, it just gets to that point where you really want to have to memorize everything they do, everything they have to offer to you, every attack, every single line, every single attack, every single pattern, every single... It just gets to you at that point. The pain just never stops. It just keeps riling up, and just when you think you're done, it comes back to you just to haunt you in your sleep. Okay? Just that feeling that, oh, you never got past me. But, right, anyway, as I was saying, right? Sans Undertale. Sans, that fight is hard. The furthest I've ever gotten was to the point where, you know how in the fight there's actually bones that appear at the bottom of the screen near your commands? That's the furthest I've gotten. And he actually reduced me to 1 HP using that. And then his next attack, I literally died. There was nothing I could do. I straight up just died. I took it like a man, okay? I straight up just stopped playing the game. I mean, granted, I still have the game open now. Like, I'm gonna go back to that fight. I'm gonna finish that fight. I am going to beat the ever-loving crap out of Sans. But sometimes it just gets to that point where you actually need to stop, breathe, take a moment, and think. Is this really worth it? But the answer is yes. It's for 100% completion. Why ask yourself a question you already know the answer to? You just gotta continue and get going while the going's good. I think that's how the phrase goes. Anyway, that's all for me from an actual video standpoint. Later, guys. I'm gonna go beat the crap out of Sans. I probably won't report back until I'm actually done with beating the crap out of Sans, because sometimes people just don't deserve it until they actually do deserve it. Bye, guys. I'm gonna go beat Sans.